Our stock of the day is Webjet. It is out with its results posting a first half FY24 revenue of up 39% to 244 million, underlying earnings up 41%, and full year earnings expected to be between 180 and 190 million, with the company saying earnings are expected to significantly exceed pre-pandemic levels. Taking a look at how the market has reacted to those numbers today, well, there we can see the overall rundown of what I've just spoken of there. And yeah, look, not a lot of movement, to be honest. There you can see it is slightly in the green. Sean, I guess the point is that its business to business segment has reaccelerated, but it's soft on the business to consumer side. How are you looking at Webjet at the moment?
Yeah, look, it's not one that we follow, but we do keep our tabs on the travel sector in general. I think with something like Webjet, I think the performance on the market today is reflective of how the market views this thing, which is fully valued. I do agree that travel sentiment, it's where we keep hearing in the media that we're at full capacity. We're having issues between Qantas and the Australian government with allowing additional capacity to come in. And because we are at full capacity, margins are a lot higher than what they normally are for the airlines. I think that we're probably going to see additional capacity come in over the next 12 months, and I think the margins will end up being compressed. As far as Webjet, I mean, I'd probably sell just because I think there are better opportunities out there. Maybe not in the travel space, but yeah, it's not something I'd be looking to take a position in.
I think I might have last time spoken about Flight Centre with you. Is that a similar opinion?
Yeah, I have the same view. The same view, and I think you raise a really good point. The B2B with Webjet and Flight Centre for that matter seems to be okay, but the airlines are doing really well now at attracting the consumers directly, especially with all the sales that they're offering, and they've gotten really good at their direct-to-consumer marketing.
So given that reacceleration in the B2B segment, then what about like corporate jet? Would that be a decent play? Corporate travel, I should say.
Yeah, so again, I've got a corporate account with a few of the airlines, and the discounts they offer exceed those that you can get through these large travel providers if you spend enough on travel. Again, I think the airlines are doing a good enough job at getting a slice of the corporate travel, and I think based on the sort of discounts that I'm seeing, I think it's going to be really hard for Webjet and Flight Centre to continue to win that those corporate accounts.
All right, okay, so you got to sell on it.
Yeah.
Michael, what's your view?
We actually hold a very small position in our managed fund in Webjet. We wrote it all the way up, all the way down. We're kind of waiting for today's update to make that decision. And there's nothing really in this to say sell, and there's nothing really in it to say buy either. It's a business really of two parts, as you say, the consumer focused part, and then the web beds, which is the more business to business side of things. And it came out of COVID in a very strong position. In fact, it continues to win a lot of market share in that corporate space. So look, it's a business that we think has a lot of potential, but we are a little bit concerned obviously about the consumer side of the business if things do continue to slow down on a global standpoint. I think the market might be a little bit disappointed that the dividend wasn't reinstated. And although they came out with very strong guidance in terms of growth numbers, they were actually a bit below a lot of the analysts in the market, and that also might be disappointing people a little bit. So it's probably one we'll have a good review of and then make a decision on. But given it's only a small position in the fund, we've been tempted to hold it just to ride it out. It's not overly expensive by any means. However, there are mounting challenges starting to emerge, definitely in that consumer space.
Yep.
So happy to go a hold for the moment.
Okay. That is Webjet, our stock of the day. Actually, just while we're on it then, as well, I asked Sean there just with the other ones then.
Yeah.
I mean, how does Webjet place, with the likes of corporate travel and Flight Centre?
It's definitely preferred over Flight Centre.
Yeah.
Flight Centre is very much consumer facing still. They have tried to build up their corporate side of the business. They are trying to adjust their business model somewhat away from all that bricks and mortar that they've historically had, but that's an ongoing process, so we're concerned about that. Corporate travel, has been a great performer over a long time, but it is again a challenging environment. Post-COVID, corporates are starting to travel again, but maybe not to the same extent. And it's a good quality business, but it's not one that we've looked into in recent times. So I'll have to get more up to date on that one.
Fair enough.